Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Rusbe. Continuing with CSWA Practice Problems, today we'll work on question 7.3. Let's take a look at this question. So in this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we are using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now looking at this geometry, we have the 3D model, we have the top view, we have section AA and section B. My preference is to focus on this detail B. I'm going to make this feature first. Then I will copy that using linear pattern and make 8 of these features, and then eventually I take care of this rectangle. So with this introduction, let's jump into SolidWorks and start modeling this part. In SolidWorks, first we need to check unit of measurement, and you can see that we have millimeter gram second, which is the correct unit of measurement. Now click on a sketch and click on a front plane. Because I want to use revolve bus command, I click on center line and I'm going to make a center line here. I also make a horizontal line just as a reference. Now all we need to do is to make a cross section of one feature. So let's click on arc command and let's make arc shape like this. Then I click on line command, I make a tangent line, then I make another line like this, and then I go to this vertical line. Okay, now this is a rough sketch and only one part of this sketch. Because we have a consistent wall thickness, I can use offset command to make the rest of this sketch. So from a sketch, I click on offset entities, I change this number to 3, you can see 3 is good, select this and reverse the direction, and that's it. Let's click on line command to close this contour. Okay, so as you can see, we have tangency here, we have tangency here, so everything is good. Let's add some dimensions. First of all, if you look at the cross section of the geometry, we can see that this point should be in line with the origin of the geometry. So let's have something like this. Distance between this edge and mirrored edge on the other side should be 78 millimeter. Angle between this line and the vertical line should be 9 degrees. The overall height of the geometry from the origin to the bottom line should be 58 millimeter. And we also have a radius of 6 millimeter. If you look at the drawing, you can see that we have diameter of 12, which means that the radius here should be 6. So this one should be 6. And also the radius here should be 3 millimeter. And now you can see that we have a fully defined geometry. So now we can use revolve bus command to make a 3D model. Click on feature, click on revolve bus, and for the axis of rotation, I'm going to choose this center line. And now you can see the preview. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's one feature that I need. Now, all I need to do is to copy this using linear pattern and make 8 of it. So let's click on feature, click on linear pattern, and click on linear pattern command. Now here we need to choose axis. However, we don't have axis, it says circular feature. So what you can do, you can use plane instead of the axis. For example, I can use front plane as a reference. For the feature or face, click revolve 1. And for the distance, let's use 86. And for the quantity, let's go with 4. And now you can see the preview. For direction 2, click on a box. This time I'm going to use right plane. Change the number to 86. Change the quantity to 2. And now you can see that we have 2 rows of this feature. Click on OK. And now you can see the feature is not made. We wanted 8 parts, but we see only 1 and we have error. I intentionally did that because I wanted to show you that if you're making a linear pattern, there could be some cases that you get error. Don't be afraid of reading the error and then making an adjustment to your model. In this case, let's have a look at this error and see what we get. If you hover your mouse over this, you can see the error. Basically, SolidWorks is saying that some features instances are disjoint. And SolidWorks is recommending that we use bodies as a pattern, not a feature. If you look, it says use the bodies option. So clearly, this option that we selected was not good. SolidWorks algorithm cannot use that. So let's get rid of it. This time, feature, click on linear pattern, and instead of feature and face, click on the body. You see, this option says body, and SolidWorks suggested us to use body. So now click on a box and click on this object. So object is selected. Now same things. For direction 1, click on front plane. For direction 2, click on right plane. Again, as you can see, it's the same preview, but for some reason, SolidWorks could not make the geometry using feature and faces. So instead, it suggested us to use bodies. And now I use body, click on OK, and now you can see the preview. Okay, so now we have these 8 features. Next step is really easy. We just need to make a rectangle around these features. So let's click on a sketch, and let's choose top plane. Now here, let's click on rectangle command, corner rectangle, and let's make a rectangle. Now here, the question is, what should be the distance between the edge of the circle and edge of the rectangle? If you look at detail B, you can see that we have 8 mm distance between the edge of the circle and a center point of a fillet. We also have 1 mm fillet, which means that the total distance between the edge of the rectangle and edge of the circle should be 8 plus 1, which is 9 mm. So let's click on Smart Dimension, hold Shift, select rectangle, select circle, and this distance should be 9 mm. Repeat this for top, right, and bottom. Hold Shift, rectangle, circle, 9 mm. Shift, 9 mm. And finally, hold Shift, 9 mm. And now you can see that we have a fully defined geometry. Now we are ready to extrude this, but there's a problem. If I extrude this rectangle, I'm gonna cover the interior of this pocket, and I don't want this. So in order to fix this issue, I can simply use Convert Entities. Click on a sketch, click on Convert Entities, and let's convert the edge of these circles into a sketch. Click on OK, and now we have one large sketch which does not include the interior surface of these pockets. Okay, so now you can see that I have a rectangle, I have these circles, so I can simply select the area between the circles and a rectangle. To help you better visualize this, let me quickly hide the pattern here and revolve bus. Now you can see that's my simple sketch, right? And what I want to do is to only extrude the exterior part, not the area inside these circles. So let's click on Feature, click on Extrude Bus, and now you can see the preview. 3 mm thickness is good. Change the direction, we want to go down, and click on OK. And now you can see the preview. Of course, you don't see the objects because I hide these features. Let's show them, and now you can see the final geometry. Okay, I hope this is clear. So basically what I tried to do here was to make one feature, to use linear pattern to make rest of features, and then after that making this rectangle around the features. Okay, awesome. So now we have the main part of the geometry. Let's focus on the small details. Like always, last step for us is to add some fillets. According to the top view, we need 10 mm fillet for the corners. So let's change this one. The number is 10. This is good. Let's select this edge, this one, and this one. and click on OK. And finally, we need 1 millimeter fillet for these edges. So let's click on fillet command, change the radius to 1, select this edge and select the bottom edge, and that's it. Click on OK, and that's the final geometry. Okay, awesome. So now we have the model. It's time to check the volume and make sure that this model is correct. Let's go back to the question and check the volume. In the question, you can see the volume here. The total volume is 398,448 cubic millimeters. Let's go back to SolidWorks and check the volume for our model. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and then Mass Properties. And here you can see the volume. The total volume is 398,447.6 cubic millimeters. If you round up this number, you're going to get exactly the same answer as shown in a question, which is showing our model is correct and there's no problem with it. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions or comment about this video, please leave comments down below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Ruzbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.